Hi, my name is David Farmer, and today we're going to take a look at Dealmaker 2.0. This is the latest release of the digital retailing application supplied by Entice. Today we're going to cover three areas. Number one, the payment button. Number two, the deal interface itself. And number three, the deal recap sheet. The deal recap sheet is really designed specifically to create synergy between what a customer does online and what happens in the dealership showroom. The Dealmaker interface is where the customer is going to go through the entire digital retailing process and engage with all the shopping experience that they'll do online. And then the Dealmaker payment button is where the customer is going to start the process. The Dealmaker payment button is going to include what we call a live payment. Live payment is updated 4 times daily, every 6 hours, with the most recent loan information and lease information to give the most accurate payment possible for that particular vehicle. When a customer interacts with either the loan payment or the lease payment, it's going to open up the Dealmaker user interface. And when we present a payment to the customer, it's either going to be the loan payment based on the loan payment selection or the lease. In this example, let's open up this 2019 Honda Civic and a loan of $297. As you can see, the Dealmaker interface is going to open directly on the page that we're on. So in this case, we're on a search results page. That payment button can also be installed on a vehicle detail page. Not only is it going to provide a great desktop experience, but it's also going to create a great mobile experience. Now, the first thing a customer has the opportunity to do is to watch a brief video that really explains the process and builds value in the customer continuing the process. As I enter in a customer's first name, last name, email address, and phone number, I'll play this video for you.
Buying a car should be easy. Say hello to Shopper Express, the way car buying should be. With Shopper Express, once you find your car, you can get our best price up front with no hassles. You can personalize your individual payment by selecting from financing or leasing options. Select your desired finance or lease term, adjust your down payment, even research all the available offers, rebates, and incentives, and then apply them to your deal. You can get a personalized trade-in value from Kelley Blue Book instantly, and in just minutes, you can get an express cash offer for your trade-in that's good for 7 days. Plus, research and select available protection plans. You can apply for financing and even get your credit score without your Social Security number. Configure your entire purchase transaction from anywhere in just minutes. Schedule an express delivery, so when you're ready to buy, you can be in and out in an hour or less, or request to have your next car delivered to you. Enjoy a better way to buy a car with Shopper Express.
The process is going to start with the customer's contact information. Now, the dealership has the ability to customize the user interface in many different ways, starting with the color theme. For this particular example, we have Honda Blue. You can select any color that you would like. That's going to mirror the manufacturer's color. You can customize the text that's in the interface, customizable disclosure to make sure that we are covering the dealership. Once a customer does complete the first name, last name, email address, phone number, we're going to get started. The first step is for us to capture the customer's trade-in information, so we can apply that to the deal. We're actually going to apply the trade and the payoff before even calculating the payment the first time, making sure that we're giving an accurate payment as possible. One of the things that's important to us in the development of this tool is to make sure it is as frictionless as possible, meaning the least amount of activities the customer has to take to get the maximum amount of value out of it. In this case, to get their trade evaluation, all the customer has to do is enter in their year and model of the vehicle, and then we're going to be able to show them a filtered list of matching vehicles. So in this case, let's say we have a 2015 Civic. So now we have all of the available Civics. We'll say that we got a Honda Civic EX sedan, Everything gets pre-filled out based on that. We're going to estimate the mileage at 48,000 based on the year. We pull over the zip code from the front page, which is based on the location of the device itself. And then we're going to get to the next step, which is going to allow a customer to select the condition of their vehicle. They can select anywhere from fair to excellent. Let's say in this example, we're going to use very good. Now, I can either price with standard equipment, or I can price with by selecting my options. If I select the options, of course, I'd have the ability to add more options. In this case, I'm just going to continue with price with standard equipment. We're going to share the Kelley Blue Book value. We share this in what we call our price advisor gauge, or trade advisor gauge. This is going to show the value based on the selected condition up top. It's going to show the range between fair and excellent, and where that value sits in this gauge between the fair and excellent value. The customer does have the ability to look at different values and make a change based on different condition selections. That's also going to become important as we get to the next step in calculating the deal payment for the customer. So in this case, I'm just going to go ahead and click Next, get to the next page. Now here we're going to start the payment calculation for the customer. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to find out if the customer has a loan balance on their vehicle. We're going to personalize the question based on the year and the model. So with this pop-up message, we have the question, do you have a loan balance on your 2015 Civic? Now, the customer can choose between answering no, I have no balance, I own and have title, or yes, and I know the balance, and I'll enter that payoff, or yes, but I don't know the balance, help me estimate it. We find that most people don't know the balance of their vehicle and they need assistance. We're going to be able to provide them a very easy way to get this information right inside the UI. Let me show you. By selecting that and hitting submit, we're going to let the customer know that we can get an estimated loan payoff as reported to the credit bureau without your social security number or an inquiry. All the customer has to do is to enter their address. We've already captured their first name, last name on the entry page to Dealmaker. So let's go ahead and enter the customer's address. In this case, it's 9813. There's our test customer. We have a customized disclosure here. We have all the privacy policies and terms and conditions built right in. I hit submit. This is where we're going to do a soft credit pull, and we're going to show the customer any trade lines that is on their credit bureau. This is going to include anything that actively has a payoff, anything that has been paid off in the past, and we're going to include information such as the lender itself, the payment amount, how many months remaining, and that estimated payoff. Customer can also hover over the information icon and find out the original amount of their loan, the original term, and the monthly payment. I can select that and then apply it to the deal. From that point, we're going to go ahead and calculate a payment based on the rest of the parameters that we have here. Customer can add taxes and fees to their payment. This is going to be accurate for this particular customer, for this particular vehicle. These are all transactional information that we're providing to the customer. So as a customer provides this information, all of the information is going to be updated with live data, and it's going to be calculated with the payment that can be delivered when the customer visits the dealership showroom and completes a transaction. The customer also has the ability to make other configuration changes, such as they can experiment with the deal. They can change their trade value. Let's say that they're curious to find out what would happen to their payment if they were able to qualify for excellent value on their trade. So they're at 405. Anytime that we make a change to the payment, we are going to reconfirm the payoff. The customer can just X out of there. We're going to recalculate the payment using that existing trade payoff. Now we're down to $397. Now, we are going to start the deal based on an estimated credit score, which the dealership has the ability to set that default value. The customer can get their credit ranking and apply it to this deal. So we use the same technology for a soft credit pull. We can pull this up. We already have all the customer's information there. Customer can click submit, and then we get that credit score. Now, we're not going to share the actual score with the customer. What we are going to do is we're going to share a range with the customer. We show them a 20-point range, so 10 point below, 10 point above. In this case, the customer has a 716 credit score, and then we show the customer where their credit score lands on our credit advisor gauge. And then we're going to use that to calculate the deal. Now, we do use the actual score to calculate the deal itself. So we're basing this deal on the customer's credit score at 716. Now, additionally, the customer can change the term. In this case, going from 72 to 66 months, that puts us at 421. Maybe the customer's more comfortable with that. Customer can either reduce the down payment using the slider, or they can enter the amount of the down payment they would like to use in the due at signing line on the left-hand side of the interface. So in this case, we're at $3,000 down, we're $403 a month. If I wanted to, I could also find out what lease payments would be available for this vehicle. So we're showing a 12,000 mile per year lease. Customer can see what a 15,000 mile per year lease would be. They can select different terms. They can modify the trade value, and then if they choose to, they can flip right back to a finance deal. So let's say last thing I want to do is see if there's any incentives available, conditional offers that I might qualify for as a customer. I can research that information in the information icon just by hovering over that, learning more information about either the college grad or the military rebate or any incentive. So all of the incentives that are available for this particular customer with the zip code and the dealership location is going to show up here. We will automatically apply anything that is non-conditional, meaning that everybody would qualify for it. The customer has the ability to select any conditional offers. If there is any stackability rules that would be violated by selecting any one of these options, we're going to have that built in as well. So a customer is only able to build a deal that would be deliverable when the customer actually visits the dealership showroom. Now, let's say a customer has agreed that 403, $3,000 a month is where they want to be. They can take their next step. This is where we're going to move into the finance products section of Dealmaker. This is a new feature for Dealmaker 2.0. We have a direct integration with F&I Express, which supplies us access to 160 different product providers and all of the products that are available by those product providers. In this case, I have a couple products built in. Now, these are going to be decoded to the individual vehicle itself. So from vehicle service contracts to gap insurance to dent and ding care to prepaid maintenance, it's going to be vehicle-specific information, and the dealership has the ability to select what products they want to show up in the preferred product section of Dealmaker. In this case, we only have two that we're showing in this example, but you can see how this is going to operate for a customer. Now, so we have a payment without products. A customer can choose, or they can choose the estimated payment with products. They are able to learn more about the individualized products here. So dent and ding, I can click the information icon. It gives me more information about that. We can also include other information in here, either a link to your product provider's website that would provide more information, or we can include a video embedded right in this pop-over message as well. Same thing with prepaid maintenance. You can keep this information right there. They can learn more. We can link out to other sites or include other rich media right in that pop-up itself. Now, the customer can continue to make modifications and learn more about this. Let's say that they only want to go with 60 months worth of paintless dent repair. We're going to have the pricing on that. We're going to up the payment based. We're going to modify the payment based on making that modification. And same thing with the prepaid maintenance. We can reduce this down. Maybe I only want to go with 48 months, 50,000 miles for prepaid maintenance. Now I'm at a $425 a month payment, and I can modify the term and see what that does to my payments. So now I can be at $401 a month with my $3,000 down, and I can complete the next step. If I'm interested in learning more about that individual payment, I can click on the information icon here, which is going to give full transparency into the deal itself. It's even going to show me the lender details, including the bank that's selected, the program name, the amount financed, the APR, the down payment, any fees from the dealership or fees from the state, any of the taxes, any of the products that are added, and another full disclosure. So full transparency for the customer, easily accessible. We do the same thing for the payment without products as well. Now, as a customer, I can continue down the process, go to the next section. Now, the next section is going to be where a customer can apply for credit. Now, the credit application that we're going to collect is going to come to the dealership in potentially 3 different ways. Number one, it's going to come in the ADF XML lead that we're going to send to your CRM. It's also going to be put, either going to be sent to Route 1 or to dealer track, depending on what choice a dealership has. And from there, we're going to transmit everything about the deal, the trade, the deal itself, and all the credit information, so you can easily send it over to banks for pre-approval. We do let the customer know that they're going to save time, save 30 minutes at the dealership by applying for credit now in 3 easy steps. Confirm personal information, provide employment information, and complete and submit application. Okay, got it. We've already pulled over all the information we have about the customer. The customer can let us know a little bit more information, such as information about their housing and their mortgage payment. They can let us know about their employment status, their title, time at employer, and their monthly income. Next step is going to be able to provide their Social Security number, their date of birth, we link out to privacy policy, make sure that we're abiding by all of the laws and rules around collecting this information. Customer clicks off on the financing terms. We've got a customized disclosure right here. And we got a really cool way for a customer to complete their digital signature. Works great on a mobile device as well. Next step is going to be for the customer to schedule a dealership visit. Now, you can use this to schedule a test drive, you can use it to schedule a delivery, you can use it in many different ways, highly customizable. In this case, we have it set for scheduling a test drive. We're letting the customer know that they can save 30 minutes at the dealership by scheduling the test drive now. And again, we have 3 simple steps to be able to do that. Now, a customer does have the ability to schedule a test drive at the dealership, or they can request a test drive at home or request a test drive at work. Now, if this is something that you're interested in doing at your dealership, we have this capability. You can customize all of these different options. You can choose to bypass this if you only want to schedule test drives at the dealership. That's available for you as well. Now, we do have a map that automatically updates based on the dealership address or into the home address, and then also for the work address. If we haven't captured any of that information, we do have the ability to enter that in now. We got this really great address capture information to make sure that we're capturing good quality information within just a few keystrokes and a couple clicks. All right, so I'm going to, in this case, I'm just go ahead and schedule a test drive at the dealership. Next step is to schedule an appointment date and appointment time. So I want to come in on Saturday. I want to come in early afternoon at 1 p.m. and I'm going to complete the process here. As I finish here, I have the ability to select the customizing my experience. This is where a customer can select the type of test drive they want to take place at the dealership. Number one, they can select a drive that is like a route that matches their commute, or they can check out the roominess, comfort, and infotainment system, or they can select city streets, highway, or explore the outdoors. In this case, I want to do a test drive that matches my commute. I'm interested in safety, comfort and convenience, and dependability. All that information comes down here to the message to the dealer. I can complete the process. This is the deal sheet. The deal sheet is going to include the test drive information here. Customer's information would be populated there. And then we have the deal information. Deal information is going to include information about the vehicle with the vehicle image, the deal advisor gauge. Deal advisor gauge is going to include the payment, the down payment, also the credit score, shows that everything is fully disclosed. If the customer completed a credit application, we have this notification here that the application is received. We got the application number included there, so you can tie that up when the customer visits the showroom. And then we have the trade evaluation form, which includes the trade advisor gauge with the selected condition, the overall value from fair to excellent, and fully disclosed. This works great as a way to overcome any objections for the trade when the customer visits the dealership showroom. And this is a great way to start the negotiations or to start the purchase transactions in the dealership showroom. So those are the three key areas that we wanted to share with you today with Dealmaker 2.0. We appreciate your time. If you have any questions about this, please reach out to us directly. You can reach us at dealmaker@entice.com. You can reach us at 855-747-7770, option 2 for sales. Appreciate you taking the time to learn a little bit more about Dealmaker. Thank you very much.